say you earned your bonus on that one.
Been a while since I've actually cleaved someone in two. Forgot how hard it was to get the scimitar back out. So many contracts, so little time. Brother, congratulations. You slaughtered an emaciated beggar in cold blood. You are truly an opponent to be feared. Here's your payment. I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet. Of course she is. I hear the mining business is extremely cutthroat. And those hours, the murder. I could do this all day. Here's your payment. Good. And I hope you were careful in that lumber mill. Those splinters and rusty nails can be quite nasty. Your payment for a job well done. I don't like mimes, minstrels, thespians, acrobats, jugglers, troubadours, or tumblers. Flutists give me a headache. I particularly hate jesters. As a rule, I'm also not crazy about the corpses of old women. For the Night Mother, I'll make an exception. But Astrid is the only mistress I serve. The contracts I dole out are fairly simple. Go to a location and kill the target. But this is different. The jobs Astrid gives you will be more important and usually more complex. Just keep your wits about you. And for Sith's sake, don't get killed. I'm sorry I don't. Come see me again later. Still here? What's the matter? Can't handle what I'm throwing your way?
You infiltrated the position, eliminated the target, and made it look like an accident. Impressive. I'd say you'd earn your bonus on that one.
When one can divine the future, success may not be assured, but it can at least be anticipated. It helps that I've already foretold my own death.
I said, Holmes, you backbiter. Give a crippled worker a helping hand.
Why are you looking at me like that? The Dark Brotherhood. Oh. My goodness, you're really here. The Black Sacrament. It actually worked. What I need is for Elaine Dufont to die. I want him hunted down and murdered like the dog he is. What? Elaine is dead. careful. It's just this... This isn't at all how I imagined things would play out. There was Elaine, but I was considering more, and... well, dead is dead, right? My thanks to you, assassin. Here's the gold I was going to pay for the job. You earned it, after all. Yes?
Huh? Heard you broke out of Sidna Mine with those Forsworn. Do you have any idea? Everything I've got on display, really. Come back when you need more meat. Bring gold.
You aren't with... I got some wonderful jewelry. My family came here centuries ago. We made a good living smithing the silver that flows through the city. But you probably wanted to know about the fancy carvings and stonework, didn't you? Travelers always do. Here, I have a delivery I need to make to Calcimo. Why don't you take it to him? He knows the history of Markarth better than anyone. Thank you. He can be a bit difficult, but I'm sure he'll appreciate your help. Come back if you need a new ring or necklace.
Ah, you're back. So, how went your first real contract? A bit more exciting than what Nazir's been offering, I'd wager? Of course, dear, of course. And from what my little ravens tell me, you handled yourself quite well. Now, I need your assistance with a matter of a more personal nature. It's Cicero. Ever since he arrived, his behavior's been... well, erratic would be an understatement. I do believe he is truly mad, but it's worse than that. He's taken to locking himself in the Night Mother's chamber and talking to someone in hushed but frantic tones. Who is he speaking with? What are they planning? I fear treachery. Maybe so, but healthy paranoia has saved this sanctuary before, and my gut's telling me that demented little fool is up to something. Dear brother, I need you to steal into that chamber and eavesdrop on their meeting. It'll be no use clinging to the shadows. They'll see you for sure. No, you need a hiding place. Somewhere they'd never think to look. Like inside the Night Mother's coffin. They'll never think to check it. Who in their right mind would hide inside? Now go, before they meet, and report back to me with whatever you learn. That's the real question, isn't it? The jester enters, seals the door, and the conversation begins. So someone must be waiting for him inside. Any one of us could enter that chamber silently, unnoticed. But who amongst us would dare conspire against the sanctuary? The very thought breaks my heart. Isn't it obvious? As the Night Mother's keeper, he believes he's entitled to rule of this sanctuary. Cicero will cite our independence as the need to revert to the old ways. He'll claim we're undisciplined, unruly, heretical even. Ironically, the Night Mother could prove to be just as much a victim, the queen in a fool's twisted game of chess. I don't believe so, but I'll be able to instruct you further after you've returned from the chamber. It depends on what you learn. And make haste. You must be in place before Cicero and his ally arrive. They could be planning another meeting any time. Go, quickly. Hide in the coffin before Cicero and the traitor meet.
You infiltrated the position. Eliminate.
There is more knowledge in me than the two of you pups put together. Are we alone? Yes. Yes! Alone! Sweet solitude! No one will hear us, disturb us. Everything is going according to plan. The others, I've spoken to them, and they're coming around, I know it. The wizard Festus Crex. Perhaps even the Argonian, and the Unchild. What about you, Have you spoken to anyone? No? No, of course not. I do the talking, the stalking, the seeing, and the saying. And what do you do, Nothing! Not that I'm angry. No, never. Cicero understands. Cicero always understands. And obeys. You will talk when you're ready, won't you? Won't you? Sweet Night Mother.
Poor Cicero, dear Cicero, such a humble servant, but he will never hear my voice, for he is not the listener.
Oh, but how can I defend you? How can I exert your will if you will not speak to anyone?
Oh, but I will speak. I will speak to you, for you are the one. Yes, you. You who shares my iron tomb, who warms my ancient bones. I give you this task. Journey to Wallen Road. Speak with Armand Mortier.
Poor Cicero has failed you. Poor Cicero is sorry, sweet mother. I've tried so very hard, but I just can't find the listener.
Tell Cicero the time has come. Tell him the words he has been waiting for all these years. Darkness rises when silence dies.
What? What treachery? Defiler! Debaser and defiler! You have violated the sanctity of the Night Mother's coffin! Explain yourself! Speak, worm! She spoke to you? More treachery! More trickery and deceit! You lie! The Night Mother speaks only to the listener! And there is no listener! She said that. She said those words. To you. Darkness rises when silence dies. But those are the words, the binding words, written in the keeping tomes. The signal so I would know. Mother's only way of talking to sweet Cicero. And it's true. She's back. Our Lady is back. She has chosen a listener. She has chosen you! All hail the listener!
By Sithis, this ends now! Back away, fool! Whatever you've been planning is over! Are you all right? I heard the commotion. Who was Cicero talking to? Where's the accomplice? Reveal yourself, traitor!
I spoke only to the Night Mother! I spoke to the Night Mother, but she didn't speak to me! Oh, no! She spoke only to him! To the listener!
What? The listener? What are you going on about? What is this lunacy?
It's true! It's true! The Night Mother has spoken! The silence has been broken! The listener has been chosen!
When I heard Cicero screaming, I knew you'd been discovered. I feared the worst. Are you all right? Then what in Sithis' name is going on? Cicero spoke to the Night Mother, but she spoke to you? Is this just more of the fool's rambling? What? So Cicero wasn't talking to anyone else? Just the Night Mother's body? And the Night Mother, who, according to everything we know, will only speak to the person chosen as listener, just spoke. Right now. To you? By Sithis. And? What did she say? Amand Motier? I have no idea who that is. But Vollenrud, that I have heard of. And I know where it is. No. No. Listen, I don't know what's going on here, but you take your orders from me. Are we clear on that? The Night Mother may have spoken to you, but I am still the leader of this family. I will not have my authority so easily dismissed. I need time to think about all this. Go see Nazir. Do some work for him. I'll find you when I'm ready to discuss the matter further.
So many contracts, so little time. You reek of death, my friend. I salute you. Well then, your timing couldn't be better. As it turns out, I've got 2 new contracts. One rather easy assignment, and another that should prove quite a challenge. Your first target is an orc bard named Lerbuk. The other is a vampire by the name of Hearn. Happy hunting. I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet. He's a vampire and has blended into human society for years. He's never far from his female companion, Hurt, also a vampire. The contract is for the male Hearn, but you'll probably have to contend with the female too. So for Sithis' sake, watch yourself. He is, by all accounts, the worst bard in all of Skyrim. Apparently, so many people sought his death, Astrid had to hold a lottery to determine the client. Good luck, and try not to get yourself killed.
Talk to Babette about potions. She's the creepy little girl. Can't miss her. No, their arrival's the best thing that's happened to the Sanctuary in years. Astrid is an effective leader, but we've been rudderless for too long. Scrounging for contracts, abandoning the tenants. The Dark Brotherhood has been reduced to a group of common cutthroats. Frankly, it's embarrassing. Remember, fireballs.
Does death not come to us all? Is it not a certainty? I am therefore honored to be Doom's herald, to play some part in a being's inevitable end. Brother, without the Night Mother, there is no Dark Brotherhood. The matron deserves our unwavering support and respect. Though I admit, I find her keeper a bit too exuberant for my liking. Stay safe.
Tidings.
Still here? What's the matter? Can't handle what I'm throwing your way?
Please, not now. You'll know when I'm ready to discuss the issue.
Let's move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my... Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Is the line for my next performance starting already? Come on, don't be shy. Plenty of room for everyone. Is the line from...
Morthal used to be a quiet place, but then the world used to make sense.
Where'd you come from?
We need to talk. Look, something is happening here. I'm not sure entirely what that something is, but, well, we need to find out. If the Night Mother really did give you an order to talk to a contact, we'd be mad to ignore it. And I think we'd both agree, Cicero's brought quite enough madness to this sanctuary. So go. Go to Vollenrud. It's a crypt, pretty far to the northeast. Talk to this Armand Motier, and let's see where all this leads, Brother? Until next time, brother.
Brother. Brother. Will there ever come a time when the people of Skyrim no longer need our services? I think not. No sarcasm this time. You faced a vampire and lived to tell the tale. Well done. And if you contracted Sanguinare Vampiris, be sure to get that taken care of. Wonderful. The only good bard is a dead one as far as I'm concerned. All that singing and mirth. Your payment, as per the usual. Well, aren't we the eager one? Sorry to disappoint, but there's nothing. Try me again later.
The witless fool and his pet corpse? Take a guess. Later, Hamhock.
I have served Mother well, I have! And he says to the man, it's not a horror.
It's been quite a boon, looking like a child. No one ever suspects a thing.
I love that one.
200 years ago, I would have lain down my life for the unholy matron. But that age is long since past. Astrid is my matron now. Have a good contract.
Excited? Oh, you should be. Things are finally looking up.
Brother, remember, when you kill, we all wield the blade.
Where'd you come from?
By the almighty divines, you've come. You've actually come. This dreadful black sacrament thing. It worked.
Yes, so it would seem. Well, I won't waste your time. I would like to arrange a contract. Several, actually. I dare say, the work I'm offering has more significance than anything your organization has experienced in, well, centuries. As I said, I want you to kill several people. You'll find the targets as well as their manners of elimination quite varied. I'm sure someone of your disposition will probably even find it enjoyable. But you should know that these killings are but a means to an end, for they pave the way to the most important target. The real reason I'm speaking with a cutthroat in the bowels of this detestable crypt, for I seek the assassination of the Emperor. That is correct. What I ask is no small thing, of course. But you represent the Dark Brotherhood. This is what you do, no? You must understand. So much has led to this day. So much planning and maneuvering. Now, it's as if the very stars have finally aligned. But I digress. Here, take these. They need to be delivered to your superior. Rexus? The items. Here. The sealed letter will explain everything that needs to be done. The amulet is quite valuable. You can use it to pay for any and all expenses. Is there something else you need? I performed the Black Sacrament, contacted you people, because I thought you guaranteed discretion. Is this no longer so? In the year 3E41, Emperor Pelagius Septim was murdered in the Temple of the One in the Imperial City, cut down by a Dark Brotherhood assassin. His killing ushered in, shall we say, a necessary change in Imperial policy. There are those now who wish for a similar change. I am sorry, but that's all I'm at liberty to say. Oh, my furtive friend. When Emperor Titus Mede II lies dead, there will be gold, a fortune in gold, but so much more. It is said that the Dark Brotherhood in recent years has been in decline, that you lack the power, wealth, and respect of days past. Is it not so? If you do this, if you kill the Emperor, oh, how the masses will fear and respect you. Oh, Rexus is no mere servant. He has been with the Motier family since I was a child. I trust the man with my life. You must deliver those items to your superior, and I must get out of this foul place.
I have vowed to serve Armand Motier until my dying breath. Best remember that. I have vowed to serve Armand Motier until my dying breath. Best remember that.
Is there something else you need? Is there something else you need?
You're back. Good. All right, so, did you meet this Motier? What did he want? You're joking. What's this? By Sithis, you're not joking. To kill the Emperor of Tamriel. The Dark Brotherhood hasn't done such a thing since the assassination of Pelagius. As a matter of fact, no one has dared assassinate an Emperor of Tamriel since the murder of Uriel Septim, and that was 200 years ago. No, she certainly wouldn't. And, for whatever reason, she chose to relay Motier's information to you. I don't know exactly what's going on here, if you're the listener, or this is some fluke, or what. But what we now have before us... You're damn right we'll accept it. If we pull this off, the Dark Brotherhood will know a fear and respect we haven't seen in centuries. You think I'd abandon an opportunity to lead my family to glory? But this is all so much to take in. I need time to read the letter and figure out where we go from here. And this amulet. I'm thinking we need that amulet appraised. I want to know where it came from, how much it's worth, and if we can actually get away with selling it. And there's only one man who can give us what we need. Delvin Mallory. He's a fence, a private operator. Works out of the Ratway in Riften. Give me the letter. Bring Mallory the amulet. Find out everything you can and sell it if he's willing. He'll offer a letter of credit. That's fine. Delvin Mallory and the Dark Brotherhood have... history. He can be trusted. Brother, stay safe.
Another run-in with a Thieves' Guild.
Be careful, Leo. The Thieves' Guild is made in Blackbriar.
Everything's all right?
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
Something you need? Anything for the guild? Oh, I see. Well, you're making friends all over, ain't ya? So, how's Astrid doing these days? Tell her to stop by sometime. We can have a drink. Catch up. Ah, but business.
Of course. What kind of business? Let's see. Where did you get this? No, don't answer. I don't want to know. This is an amulet of the Emperor's Elder Council, specially crafted for each member, worth a small fortune. Ain't something you give up lightly. Look, it ain't my business to tell the Dark Brotherhood its business, but if you killed a member of the Elder Council, you'd better believe. Buy it. This, an Elder Council amulet? Oh yes. Oh yes indeed. Oh, wait just one moment. Here is a letter of credit, usable by Astrid only, for any service or item I can provide, as per our standard arrangement. You bring that back to your lovely mistress, with my regards.
There's a new guard nosing around the metering. Can you do something? About it?
Gladly. He won't bother you anymore, I promise.
Welcome to the cozy little... If you're looking for extra work, talk to Vex or Delvin. Usual guild rate. Let's take a look at them.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
So, trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
I have work if you've got the backbone. These jobs aren't gonna finish themselves, you know.
The Elder Council? Oh, now that explains quite a bit. Motier, you naughty, naughty boy. Hiring the Dark Brotherhood to help you rise beyond your station. Delicious. Was Mallory willing to buy the amulet? Splendid. Then we're ready to begin. Or, more specifically, you're ready to begin. After all, you're the one the Night Mother spoke to. But by Sithis, I hope I'm making the right choice here. You may be an effective killer, but your command of guile leaves much to be desired. The sealed letter you delivered to me was mysteriously unsealed upon its arrival. I can only assume you've read its contents. Sloppy. But moving on to business. As you probably already know from reading the letter, you're going to a wedding. Well, more like the public reception. It should be a lovely affair. You'll mingle with the guests, eat some cake, Stab the bride? Oh yes. You've got to kill the bride. At her wedding. And they say romance is dead. Her name is Vittoria Vici. She oversees the East Empire Company's business holdings in Solitude. The wedding is being held in that city, at the Temple of the Divines. Her death will cause an uproar, which is exactly what we want. Vici is likely to address her guests frequently, as is the wedding custom. Kill her when she does that, and I promise you a significant bonus. Now go, and give my best to the bride. An excellent question. Vittoria Vici is the first cousin to our dear Emperor, Titus Mede II. Vici has obvious imperial connections. Her husband has ties to the Stormcloaks. Their union is a step toward reconciliation. So if there's a murder at the wedding, not only will it stall the peace process, it will send shockwaves throughout the entire empire. The Emperor's hand will be forced. He'll have to travel to Skyrim to deal with the aftermath. And he'll find the Dark Brotherhood waiting. He had a trip to Skyrim planned for months, and cancelled at the last minute, much to his cousin's dismay. Seems the Emperor realized his presence would necessitate a more direct role in the ongoing hostilities, a role he was obviously unwilling to take. All that will change with his cousin's murder. Everyone will think it was motivated by the conflict between the Imperial Legion and Stormcloaks. And the Emperor will be forced to come clean up the mess. This is a public kill. How you do it is entirely up to you. Arrow to the throat? Knife in the belly? Your choice, so long as it's loud and messy. Because of the current political climate, people are going to assume the murder is related to the bad blood between the Legion and Stormcloaks. In any event, when Vici dies, it's going to be complete pandemonium. Best have your escape route planned out in advance. Off to Solitude with you. Time to give the Emperor some real motivation to visit Skyrim.
Wanderer like you must have plenty of tales to tell. But I'm afraid I'm too busy to hear. Typical Imperial rot. You speak of Skyrim like you know the land. Know its people. You're from Cyrodiil. You know nothing about us. Nothing.
Oh, I know enough. I know those trouble-making Stormcloaks refuse to submit to Imperial authority. Such seditious behavior. Why, it's treason.
And when the elves marched into your beloved Cyrodiil, and everyone took up arms against them, wasn't that treason? Against the Dominion, huh?
Why, that's not the same
Vittoria
thing at
did
all.
pretty well for herself,
The Dominion
marrying that
were
Asmere.
invaders,
Not a...
conquerors.
I love
We had
weddings,
to
don't
fight
you?
them to preserve our own way of
Oh
life.
my, yes. I absolutely love weddings. I haven't found my special someone yet, but there's still hope. Vittoria is, well, getting up in years. Thank you for helping my aunt earlier. I'll see you around. A marriage of both love and political advantage.
If you want my opinion, I think they should have paid for an... Lorena. That fool student of mine stole my flute and sold it to some necromancer. I just got a ransom note for it. That flute has been handed down for 17 generations. Well, don't just stand there. Go get my flute! Apparently, Lorena told him some story about the flute being able to make the dead dance. It's just a flute. A really old and valuable flute, but just a flute. Good friends. Now you can say he's met the most
A marriage of both
talented
love
daughters
and
of
political
Skyrim.
advantage.
Please,
Rare
eat,
thing
drink,
indeed.
and make merry on this most happy of days. In this courtyard, there are no stormcloaks. There are no Imperials. There are only people come to celebrate a union of two souls. So make merry. I thank you all again for making this the best wedding a woman could ask for.
Victoria! No!
Time to end.
Where'd you come from?
The bride has been murdered! Somebody help!
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Smart man. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
The news is everywhere. Vittoria Vici, the Emperor's cousin, butchered at her own wedding. Well done. Let's see His Eminence try to ignore this. With Vici's murder, you've started us down a path the Dark Brotherhood hasn't traveled in centuries. The assassination of an emperor. And now your reward. A unique spell to summon a legend of the Dark Brotherhood. His soul serves us now in death, as his body once did in life. Ah, and of course, a bonus for killing Vici while she addressed her guests as instructed. Gold. Simple and pure. Spend it as you will. Now then, time to proceed to the next stage of the plan. Go and speak with Gabriella. She's been helping me arrange your next contract. As I said, go speak with Gabriella. She's been assisting me with your next contract. This Emperor business, well, it does involve everyone.
was good to fight alongside you. I'm sure people won't be The shadow scales are all... Truthfully, I'm not entirely sure. It's not that I don't have the utmost respect for Sithis and the Night Mother and the ancient ways. I do. But I've never been much for religion. I kill because it's what I've been trained to do. It's all I know. So long as Astrid is happy, I'm happy. Kill well and often.
Dear brother, I've been waiting for you. Your next contract awaits, as I'm sure Astrid indicated. With the Emperor's arrival in Skyrim now a certainty, his security service, the Penitus Oculatus, will need to begin its preparations immediately. Security is being handled by a Commander Morrow, Astrid and Morrow, and once he is dead, plant false evidence on his body, implicating him in a plot to kill the Emperor. He is set to leave the Penitus Oculatus outpost at Dragonbridge and inspect the security of each city in Skyrim. Go there now, observe Gaius Morrow's departure and follow him. Waylay him in one of the cities and send his soul to Sithis. Once he's dead, plant the incriminating letter on his body and let fate take care of the rest. Oh, and one final thing. To earn your bonus, do not kill Gaius Morrow in Dragonbridge or on the road. Kill him in one of the other major cities he'll be visiting. There, the body will be discovered quickly, as will the letter implicating Gaius Morrow in the plot to assassinate the Emperor. Do that, and Astrid has authorized me to grant you a rather unique bonus. It is a special token to be given to Olava the Feeble in Whiterun. Olava is an old and dear friend, and a powerful seer. The token entitles you to a reading of your future. It's an opportunity one should not pass up.
In my time...
No, so your best plan is to follow him after he leaves Dragonbridge. However, there is one other option. We know there's an actual written travel schedule, somewhere in the Penitus Oculatus outpost. Securing that would, obviously, be most beneficial. Killing Commander Morrow would do no good. Someone would merely replace him. No, we need him to remain in charge, but distracted, weakened. Implicate and kill his son Gaius, and the commander will be grief-stricken and humiliated, his family name ruined. The security plan will then fail. Best yet, the Emperor will be lulled into a false sense of security, thinking an assassination plot had already been discovered and foiled. It's a small town, with one rather unique feature. It houses Skyrim's only Penitus Oculatus outpost. It was established by Commander Morrow when he first arrived in Skyrim several months ago, when he began preparing for the Emperor's initial visit. Walk in Gaius Morrow's shadow, and deliver to him the judgment of Sithis.